Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is 3:20 a.m. and I am getting ready to go to Good Morning America to try to see Sabrina Carpenter. We are in New York City. The main reason we planned this trip for this day is because I wanted to see Sabrina perform on Good Morning America. We couldn't get to... Everyone can definitely hear me, but that's okay. We couldn't get tickets for in the studio, but we're basically going to stand outside. Also, I made this poster. It says, I'd almost love to see Sabrina on GMA. I crossed out almost love, so it's supposed to say like, I'd love. And Haley came up with this idea, so copyright to Haley.
Hey guys, we're standing out here. I met some people. Hello. You guys can say who you are.
I'm Lauren. I'm Steph.
And we're basically gonna stand out here. Hopefully we meet Sabrina. We can't get in, so that's the tea. See, there we go.
I mean, there's no one here though. Yeah, we're literally hopeful.
Yeah, so we got the whole thing. Oh, sorry.
Interrupt your stuff.
Oh no, it's okay.
Just updating the people.
Yeah, and the VMAs are going on today, and I want to see Shawn Mendes on the red carpet. So bad. Oh.
We had no idea.
What if he just walked by?
I just saw my friend.
What if he just walks out right now and we're like,
Good Morning America.
All right, bye.
Bye.
I cannot process right now. Somehow we met Sabrina. I don't know how it happened. It took 5.5 hours of standing, but we did it, and it happened, and okay. Wow, just wow. So I'm just going to explain to you what happened. I'm going to insert clips and pictures along the way, so it won't just be me talking this whole time. Me and my mom went to Good Morning America at 4 in the morning. I walk over like 2 doors down to a Starbucks, and my mom waited near Good Morning America in case people like came when they put the barricades out. So I come back from Starbucks, and it's basically my mom and then there's 2 other girls. We stood there for a little bit. There's the stage doors that like the celebrities walk in or whatever. Every time a car would come, I would kind of walk on the side and look. Not every time, but like most times. I saw a few people walk in the building, which was cool. So then this guy who works there kind of comes out and starts talking to the 2 other girls that were there. So my mom was gonna walk to Walgreens, which is like right there. I wanted to stay. So when my mom goes to Walgreens, there's a lot of kind of creepy people in New York. So she was like, you know, go stand closer to the security guy talking to the girls. So I'm like, okay. And there's a few other people standing there. And there's people sitting behind us, like on a little like ledge that you can sit on. I go stand near this guy who works there, and my mom walks away. The guy who worked there kind of like, we made eye contact, and I was like, hi. He asked where I was from. We started talking. I showed him my poster that I made, and then he was like, well, hopefully you can get in. And my mom comes right back. She was just getting breakfast and whatever. So when my mom came back, we went to our spot. If you stood on the left side, you could see like in the whole studio, but on the right side there was doors that we didn't know if people were gonna walk out, so we didn't really know where to stand at this point. So we stayed to the left side. So then after a little bit, I wanted to find out how I would be able to see Sabrina, because the guy that worked there told me that she was performing upstairs. So I go up to him and I'm like, so will I be able to see Sabrina perform from out here? And he's like, well, we're just gonna hope we get you in. A little bit later, a security guard comes out and starts talking to these 2 girls, like a different guy who works there. I decide that I want to move more to the right, so me and my mom move over there. I start talking to these girls, and they were really nice. Their names were Steph and Lauren. This security guard like says, go around the doors, there's like a standby line, you might be able to get in. My mom stayed near the barricades to save all 3 of our spots, and we see this one security guard that they were talking to, and he's like, come here. And he's like, hey, do you see that guy in the headset? You need to talk to him. Maybe he can get you in. We go up to him and we're like, hey, big fans. He's like, there's a standby line. You might get in if you wait in it. One option was wait in the standby line. And first of all, we can lose our spots. Second of all, we might not get to go in at all. Second option is we could like wait in the standby line and actually get in. We might be in the back, and we might not get to meet her if she walks outside after. Like, we didn't know if we'd be able to get out there before her. But then if we wait at the barricade, we're definitely like not seeing her perform. We might not even get to meet her because they told us that she wasn't going to come out. Our plan was to have my mom stand in the standby line while we stand at our spot at the barricade, and if my mom gets closer, we would decide. We go back to the barricade. My mom is standing in the standby line because she's awesome. And then my mom said there were only like 2 people in the standby line in front of her, plus like the whole line of people who actually have tickets that are gonna get in. And she said that standby wasn't looking too good. So I was like, you know, Mom, you can just get out of line, like, you know, it's fine. The show starts. And we see people walk into the downstairs studio who were sitting like behind us on the bench, like some of them, at like 5 a.m. And we got there before them. And there were also people that came at like 7 a.m. and they let them in. So we were like upset. This really nice security guard walks out. He's like, oh, like you didn't get in? And we're like, no. And he comes back a few minutes later and he's like, you know, I tried to get you in. They said there's not room for you. But it was so nice. I'm obviously not complaining about any of the security. They were all so nice. And we were still like kind of upset. One of the ladies who got to go in, she was talking to Michael Strahan and she pointed us out and he waved to us and we were all like, oh hey. The lady security guard came and talked to us too. I think it was like before all this. She asked like who Sabrina Carpenter was. She saw my sign. This lady came out again a little later and she's like, hey guys, we didn't forget about you, but there's no room upstairs. We tried. We can't get you in. And she was so nice about it. So she told us she was going to try to get Sabrina to like come out, meet fans. And this really nice security guard who we were talking to earlier, I don't know how to like differentiate between them for you guys, but this one looked like this. He was like my favorite. He's like, do you guys at least want like to go to the set and take pictures at the table? And we were like, yeah. He is so nice. He lets us in.
This is his stage door. They're gonna come out there. Sabrina's gonna walk you. Yes. Oh, we got this back here. I just want to go up and see. Oh. Is the team. That's my mom.
We walk out and they said that Ginger, who's one of the news anchors, is going to like start talking outside. Somebody walks up to me and he's like, hey, what's your sign say? Well, we want the poster in the front. So they like move people to get me in the front. She comes out and I got a selfie with her, got to watch her front row. That was like really cool. The 4 of us walk over to the barricade where Sabrina's gonna walk out. We go behind the barricade. My mom is kind of standing across the sidewalk because she's not like going to meet Sabrina. At this point, we got so stressed, all of us. Either we waited hours and hours and we got a set of the tour, so like I was pretty satisfied, but either we were gonna wait for her and she would come out and not meet us, you know, or we would get a meet and greet, which is amazing. So I was like shaking at this point. Then the people who were in the studio start walking out and coming like in front of us, so we get really mad. And like a bunch of people move behind the barricade because that's the rules. Like they told us you have to stand behind the barricade. There's like this lady standing in front of us, but this lady goes, we already met her in the studio. And we're like, and I go, well then can you move so we can meet her? And I was like mad. Like I just wanted them to get in line. I didn't care if they stood there. Like obviously I'm not the only one there. And we hear him say she's coming our way first. And we're like, Sabrina walks out and it was just real. She started taking pictures. She started walking our way and I got so excited. It was just so amazing to meet her again. Exactly 2 years ago from today, I met her for the first time ever, and today was my 5th time. I feel like I sound so spoiled, I'm sorry. I don't take any of the times I meet her for granted. Like, I'm so thankful and so happy for any of them. So then after me, Lauren, and Steph were done meeting Sabrina, we wanted to meet Sarah because we saw her videotaping when Sabrina came out. So we like slipped past the barricades, which we're like not supposed to do, and we see Sarah. So we walk up to her and I'm like, hey, can I get a picture with you? And Sarah's like, sure, but we're in the middle of this sidewalk. I forgot to mention, right before I met Sabrina, the lady who we talked to, who told us like she would try to get Sabrina to come out, she walked over before Sabrina came and like winked at me. I think they might have sent her that way first because of us. And I was like, thank you. I see Sabrina's band getting in this van and I go, Tobias, like so loud. I'm like, it's her drummer. But when I said it's her drummer, I accidentally said drumier. So I was like, it's her drumier. And then before we left, we just wanted to thank the security guards who helped us. I didn't get to thank the lady who we were talking to, but I did thank her when she winked at me. Hopefully she knows I'm thankful. We thanked 2 of the other security guards we were talking to, especially the really nice one who we got pictures with. He was so nice. He's the one who brought us on the set.
So she can't, she's got to come back this way.
Okay. Thank you so much. I love you. Thank you, Sarah.
You got to keep walking.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, my marker. Thank you.
of the best experiences by the end. Today was just so amazing. I'm so thankful for everything that happened. I love my mom so much for taking me. Literally, I had her wake up at like 3:30 a.m. to take me there. She was like, what time do you want to go? I'm like, 4 a.m. She was like, it doesn't start till 7. I'm like, 4 a.m. And she let me stay like later to meet her when like we went to this not even knowing if I would see Sabrina, let alone meet her. So I'm just so thankful that my mom took me, woke up that early, stayed for so long, and she's just so amazing. I love her so much. So thank you, shout out to you, Mom. You're amazing. I mean, she stood in the standby line for us, got a video of all 3 of us meeting Sabrina and Sarah, and I'm just so happy. It was such a fun day, one of the best days of my life, one of the best experiences. I would absolutely go back. If you ever get the chance to go to Good Morning America, do it. If you guys like this video, please like and subscribe, comment down below and let me know what you think. I'll see you guys later. Bye!